Good morning, YouTube. My name is Amos Bro. For this video, let's talk about my New Year's resolution, which I know but Josh, New Year's was last Sunday. Yeah, I know. I'm a week late. Sue me, okay? You won't get much. My goal this year, and it pretty much has been excuse me, every year since I started covering anime, has been to genuinely try to break down a wall that I feel has separated fandoms and potential fans. And what I'm trying to look for when I watch these shows is what can I recommend, or what can I find in these shows now that may interest the female fans that may not know about a show, and the male fans who may have a passing interest, but because of other reasons they go, not interested, because that can happen. So my goal is going to be to try to find the animes that everybody can be interested in. One series that I think really was a good start, in my personal opinion, was Tsukiyuta. That one anybody can get into, because yes, the 12 idols they focus on are, Bishonets, pretty boys. They are, not gonna lie. But if we focus on their backstories and why we care about them as characters, that will really help you in the long run, because you'll really start to figure out which ones you're more attached to, which ones you really embrace, which ones you want to get to know better. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, it's hard because you've got 12 idols and you've got 13 episodes. So, yeah, you've got, in some cases, a bit of a cluster. But it can still be done, considering also the fact that they will focus on 2 or 3 idols at a clip in some cases. You've got, of course, Udapri. They've got their 3 units now. Which one is your pleasure? Stars, which is the main group. Quartet Knight, which is arguably their rivals from the Shining Agency, within the Shining Agency, or Heavens, the new group that is being introduced into the universe. Which is your pleasure. And even if you're a potential male fan, you don't have to be down for, the idea of romance between a male and a female character. You don't have to be down for that. How about the backstories of the characters? How about the music? How about the way they perform? There's that stuff. It's not hard. Trust me. When you look at my all-time favorite right now, Kuroko's Basketball, what makes it an anime that anybody can watch? Well, do you like basketball? Okay, it's a little over the top with their with their moves, but they're there. The moves are there, and the basketball is there. Okay, it's not an accurate and pure representation of it. You can go more like to Dear Boys or maybe Slam Dunk for that. But you have this anime, which it's widely popular, but besides that, you have the idea of the sport. You can watch the sport and get behind it and embrace it. You don't have to worry about the Bishonen aspect or anything like that. You can just watch them play. Same thing with Haiku, which is volleyball, or even All Out, which is a rugby anime, which I do need to get back into. Episodes behind now, but again, that and unfortunately Magic Hill have been put on the back burner. Not because I don't like them, just because I've got shit to do. I haven't watched it yet, but there's Bungo Stray Dogs. I'm going to be watching that. There's a lot of things that both male and female fans can get into. Learning about the backstories of the characters, the escapades they get into, the conflicts. What isn't there to get into for both sides? And if we wanted to look at, say, just Otome games or visual novels, I know what you're thinking, but Josh, I'm not down for the romance. Dude! Okay, Code Realize. One of my all-time favorite games, period, right now. Which has its fandoms coming out in the near future. What made Code Realize such an important game for me, not just as a visual novel, but as a game, period? The story, the pacing, the plot and the character development, the attachment to the characters. There's a whole bunch of things that drew me to the story behind, Cardia and her band of merry men. There's not just one thing. There's a bunch of different things that built up over the story's chapters and all through all the routes. It's not just one. It's a bunch of things. Pick one. Hell, even though I haven't finished the games, Diabolic Lovers, the idea of vampires. Come on. Who doesn't like a good story with vampires? But this one is different because the vampires have more than one layer to them. Yes, they're hunting down or feasting on a female human being. But understand, that's their prey. And the excuse me, the Sakamakis want her for a reason. The Mukamis want her for a different reason. The Tsukunamis, otherwise known as the founders in the anime, they want her for a reason. And Kaino or Kino may want her for a specific reason. You know what I'm saying? The point I'm getting at is you don't have to really focus on just the romance aspect. You can focus on the characters and their backstories and why are they as demented and as sadistic as they are. Why? What trauma did they go through as a youngster? Well, technically, we don't know their age because they're vampires, but you get the idea. What trauma did they go through as a youngin' that made them the way they are now? These are the things in the Diabolic Lovers series that we can focus on and look at and go, you get what I'm saying? Amnesia Memories. Who doesn't like a good psychological story? You got a girl who's lost her memory. Now, you've got technically 5 guys in the first game, and she's trying to piece together why she may have been with this person in the time before she lost her memory. Do you get what I'm saying? And the story plays out not just from that game, but I think there's one called Amnesia World, and I forget what the other one's called. Crowd, I believe. The point is there's a way to play an Otome and not have to worry about, oh my god, am I going to be judged for this? Because in case you'll know, when it comes to me, I don't care. I mean, I played Dramatical Murder. Now, of course, I watched the anime first, but I played Dramatical Murder. Recoded for the PS Vita, right? Tell me I didn't cry over a robot. Tell me I didn't cry over Clear. I did. Scary, isn't it? It's scary to think the emotional attachment we get to characters, no matter what. And that is what is important. If you can separate that part of your brain that may go, oh my god, I can't play this, people think I'm X, then you can enjoy the games just like any other normal gamer. It shouldn't be about your gender. It should be about, do you enjoy it? Did I think when I started watching Utopre, which by the way, this is now, we passed the 4-year anniversary for me. Did I think 3 to 4 years, something like that? Did I think that when I started Utopre in January of, I want to say it was 2014, did I think I was going to enjoy it as much as I did? No, of course not. Did I think I was going to be buying every one of the music games? Of course not. Did I think I was going to get a friend of mine involved in the games, so now he's playing them and potentially for YouTube? No, I didn't think that was going to happen. I mean, all I did was say, hey, you like music? He was like, yeah. Here, play this. Alright. He played it. I didn't know I was going to get that attached to it, or that addicted to it. But that's a good thing. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not about the gender of the player. It shouldn't be about the gender of the audience. It should be about, do you find enjoyment in something, in the game, in the anime, whatever. This is one of the big reasons I cover Otome games and import games, because trying to break that wall in that genre, trying to break the wall down when it comes to anime. See, you shouldn't want it to be extreme on the female side or extreme on the male side. It should be both jointly enjoying a series for a reason. Pick one. You can like it for more than one reason. It doesn't matter. That's the beauty of it. That's what fandom should be about. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to convey when I do these reviews now. So my New Year's resolution, which will be standing for the most part and it's been standing since I started doing these reviews more often, and in perpetuity, is going to be to get both sides of the fandom together to watch a show and go, okay, I like it for X reason. Or, I like this show because it has compelling characters, really interesting stories, and in the case of some minor animes, maybe really good music. Like when I do Dream Festival eventually. When I do, I'm drawing a blank. Never mind. But when I go back and do Shonen in Hollywood for my Tumblr blog, when I rewatch that. Do you get what I'm saying? When I eventually do, and I am going to do it, Gravitation, it's for the simple fact that I want people to not look at a show and go, oh my god, I can't watch this because it's blank. I want people to sit down and watch a show because it has everything that you want, and then some. For some people, the one aspect might be a bonus. Does it have the main requirements for them? Does it have, like I said, the compelling characters, the interesting stories, and everything else? The emotional attachments. Those are the things we need to focus on. Those are the things we're going to focus on when we start doing these reviews and start hitting our stride either this week or next week. And I'm saying that because I don't know if next week we're officially going to really start hitting our stride, or if we're going to do one this week, because I'm still debating on what I'm going to do. But here's my point, friends. My New Year's resolution from now until the day I drop dead, until the day I eventually stop doing these YouTube videos or whatever site will be up by the time I'm done. I want to unify and bring together the anime fandoms, the Otome fandoms, the visual novel fandoms, and I don't want people to be scared to play these games or to watch these animes because they might think that members of a fandom might try to run them off. I don't want to do that. You know, that's not healthy, and it makes a fandom more toxic than you realize. And that shouldn't be what fandom is about. Fandom is about people coming together and enjoying something. No matter what, you enjoy something on the whole together. That is what we have to do. That is what I'm going to try and help you with. That is what my goal is going to be for 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, and onwards. Because from now on, the segregation of our anime community stops. It's going to become unified soon. And I'm going to try and make sure that it happens. I'm not going to force it because that can't be done, obviously. But I want us to come together as one unit, as one family in some way. Will you help me? I hope so. And I hope you're ready, because once I get started doing these reviews again, I'm not stopping. I have no intention of stopping, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing them. Y'all take care. I will see you in the next review. Bye-bye.